Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Due Process League, and I'm joined here with Sir Front.
Hello, everyone.
We are going to be spectating the Eclipse. Wait, nope, not yeah, Eclipse versus Wasted Potential here, and it should be a decent matchup as we are still um, waiting on, I think, Wasted Potential to get ready. What do you think about this matchup, Sir Front?
I'm pretty excited. Clips has kind of stayed the same the last week, since last week, but Wasted Potential's been picking up some new people. I believe and those new players, like previously said in the past, they have players that are coming from Siege and or Pro Siege, uh, Pro Siege leagues and stuff. So they have a lot of inexperienced players, but inexperienced players for due process, but they all have like the teamwork down and like they all have the gun skill and stuff. They have the mechanics of what they need to be good at due process. They just need to learn the game some more. And I'm sure Luno is having his guys scrim more, and we'll see if they have improved quite a bit from last week to take on Eclipse. I believe Eclipse is in the middle right now of the bracket. Yeah, Eclipse is number 6 on the on in lower league on the board, but Wasted Potential is actually in third with and they're with 8 points. Eclipse has 6. So if Eclipse wins today, means I think they'll be kicked up, quite a few places because Wasted Potential and Red Bull and Mouse Munchers are all tied for 8 today. So we'll see who comes out with today. And I'm pretty sure somebody today is going to secure third. And see if Eclipse will be put back in the running here. So pretty excited for this matchup.
Yeah, I don't think there's many weeks left for the lower league, so I think these last few games of the season might be a more important, as the top two of lower league will be going to relegations. But even if teams don't make top two, they can go to qualifiers and have a chance there to make relegations.
Yep, yep.
But yeah, for Wasted Potential, I think they're in game now. They have their new pickup, Boobiff. I think that person was also a pretty good Siege player, as well as Newt. I think this is for Newt's first time playing for Wasted Potential, or in an official match at least.
I think he
Um,
might have played last week. I might be mistaken though. I'm not too sure. But
yeah, I don't
Newt,
know. I'm not
big
sure.
return. Let's go, Newt.
Yeah, let's go, Newt.
I haven't seen Newt since the
That
draft league.
was, uh, yeah, for those who don't know, Newt used to play for LCG, and he's been on a hiatus until now, returning on Wasted Potential. I hear he likes Wasted Potential. He likes the guys there. Awesome. And for Eclipse here, we got pretty standard roster. They've been using this roster pretty much every time. Dylan, Digital, Robbie, Drowsy, and Hero. But enough about that. We are on Factory. Odin Bear.
That's right. This is I have not seen. Oh, I actually have seen this factory with the top lights and the server farm. I really do. I personally like the split here across and going through server farm and hitting lights. And sending some people go through boiler, and you could always try and kick that top walkway door and fall off the railing right after you kick it. You can open up some lines of sight into office and really help your teammates get out of server farm if you have some good place smokes and walkways and you throw some good flashes. I think that's what we're going to see here from the clips, So,
Yeah, I think a big thing about this map is the side rooms are very important because in the green door you have a boiler, but that doesn't even really give you much control of the huge area. So defenders can just play an office walkway without having to be threatened by a red door or anything like that. It's really only Doc that gives attackers like access to that huge area. But it seems like Eclipse here trying to go for servers here, and that's going to be a small area, but they're going to get lights, and we'll see how that plays out for them.
yep.
But yeah,
I do like the dock. If you open that up, it gives you a lot of lines of sight. But the only problem is you have to check all those things at once.
yeah.
So, not you have to have some good, well placed flashes. But here we go, leaving the truck. So,
Yep.
Alright, looks like we're seeing
As
all of them green so far. Nobody's
yeah,
really moved on
three,
to
two.
the server farm. I mean
Yeah.
servers.
Yeah. So defenders not really holding boiler as hard as we usually see from upper league teams. But we can still see that Hanabi's right there on the top side and Luna's playing the bottom side, and they could get somewhat of a cross there if they open that green door from walkway. But Eclipse starting off with the server's blow and the green push simultaneously. That's how you know they're using their comms. We
Yep.
have flashes go out. Server farm gets taken pretty easily. No, not really much any contestant there. Hanabi go for aggressive peek onto Drazi, able to take him out. Dylan takes out Newt as a rebuttal. Rowby gets taken out by Luno. And then Dylan gets traded by Boobif. Now a 4v2 situation in favor of Wasted Potential. Hero in servers as Digital with the Saber still in Boiler. Hero trying to take these fights here. Able to bring... actually, he wasn't able to do much damage at all, it seems, as Steezy takes down Hero. And now it's just Digital Doctor in a 1v4 situation.
He's gotta get out of there and save the saber at this point. 1v4, you know.
Yep.
Maybe if he
Hana,
can save Clacker, that's definitely a solid possibility. But I don't think he's gonna be able to get out of here. I think uh he's hunting him down right here. Can't be he's gonna go down. DG slinging. Ooh, and he goes down to the guy in office. Which is but Lubith. So that was a nice little round by both teams. I think Eclipse kind of got held down in Boiler. I think their strong-sided push just got took apart by the guy in office. You know, let's see. Bubith with almost 300 damage, 2 kills. Hanabi starting out winning that opening duel really sets the tone for Wasted Potential. And
Mhm.
yeah, and look at Newt.
Yeah, Newt
Newt's
went
coming in.
crazy.
Newt's coming in. He's gonna have a big showing today. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
Newt's got this.
But yeah, now we're on Kill House, Asgard Rising. A interesting Kill House too because we got Breezeway, crowd favorite. I'm just gonna ignore all the feedback about Breezeway and DPO. But yeah, we have Breezeway. But this is kind of interesting because it's sort of like a courtyard where like there's an empty space in the middle of the map, but all around the map is sort of like windows as well as, or at least in the hall there's windows, as well as a sort of donut figure where the bomb is sort of
Wow,
isolated.
I haven't seen this map before.
I
This
think
is a
this
good
is one
one.
of the new ones for sure.
It's a nice. I actually like this. This is not too bad. I don't like this hallway blow. I think this is not good. I think if you want to pull any angles from down here, you can definitely kind of do this. And these windows don't really give you much besides if you're a defender, you can put some pressure if they come through this way on Breezeway.
And not only
Wow.
that, if you go through hall, you have to deal with this choke right here in
Yeah, that too.
office. That's gonna be
And also,
horrible to
you gotta
get through.
watch out for an auto swing for pretty much anywhere in here.
And wall bangs on the hallway.
Yeah,
Good luck
that's
trying to
pretty big.
hide.
I don't think it's a viable option for attackers. Now this red door up top is also kind of the same, but you do have that black wall here, and this is green, so you could kind of pinch this. But when you get green here, it's kind of like, how do you blow it? You just come in, you just try your best green. I think this map is pretty more defender sided, so um, we'll see.
Well, because the map's so defender sided, you can see the defenders are like trying to isolate themselves closer to site because they don't want to get cut off or get caught in the rotating breezeway. So I mean, I could see the idea about behind this, but hopefully it works out because Hanabi's always playing by himself here as he goes for aggressive peek on checkpoint, able to kill Dylan through the smoke. Red door charge goes out as Rowby and Hero make their way through backstage. Putting pressure on the kitchen as Steezy Boobif trying to make sure they do not get this kitchen as the attackers take full control of club here. Hanabi still holding down that brick house as the defenders are trying to hold down this kitchen very heavily. And Newt also coming in for backup on brick house.
They do not have a barb anywhere in that kitchen area, so
Yeah, that could be a problem. Hopefully they back out in time. Flash goes out, but a
yeah,
molly is used.
yeah, they really need to waste their utility. These hackers utility with what they have left for mollies. With the last molly,
Ubif probably needs to get out of there soon, as this flash could be quite deadly, but Luna with another molly, perfect timing on that flash waste, and Rowby goes down to Bubif. Perfect swing. Hanabi looking for some picks on the flank here. Bubif gets taken out by Jirazi. A little bit aggressive, but Luno's trying to get the trade here. Re-peeking the angle. Unable to get it, as Steezy dies as well to Hero. Now it's just Newt and Hanabi. Hanabi's still off-site, but Newt got the auto shotgun. What can he do with it? As the attackers, 3 in kitchen, their flash goes out, but no one's pushing. Nate goes out as well. Nate doesn't go far enough, but Hanabi able to take some damage from that. But it doesn't look like the attackers really know he's there though. Newt comes in, kills Digital. Hanabi gets Drazi, but Hero finishes out in a 1v1 and takes down Newt.
that was a really a close round. I would like really to point out how Newt and both Hanabi both peaked at the same time. Their communication must have been on point right there. They almost had that round. But for this kitchen right here, you wasted 2 flashes, right? You run out of molly. The defender shouldn't have been staying there. They should have rotated out of kitchen and continued and hold office or play off-site in hall and go for wall bangs into this door. And it just kind of comes in when you have experience. Also it's all in hindsight. But it was nice wasting those 2 flashes from the attackers, but you know, they still had 2 more. Actually, I think they had 3 more and a frag grenade. So it's kind of like you got to get out of there. Can't have 3 people hold such a small room. Hit and
Yeah,
run tactics as a defender.
I gotta really commend Wasted Potential there, because they're using those mollies really well. Usually you would just see mollies just be thrown at any open door, or once that door gets open, people are just throwing mollies for fun. But really, you could see that they really put time and effort into trying to get those mollies to do work for them. So you making the attackers use those flashes for those mollies is so good for defenders, as they can't use those flashes for later when you have to hold the bomb site. And I really commend Wasted Potential for doing that. But yeah, now we're on Don Caesar, the final round of the split, and it's a dome. What do you think about this?
I like the plan that Eclipse is going for, going pit for lights. But I do think they should send. Oh, they are going to be sending people beach. It looks like Dressy just erased it, but 3 people might be going beach. Definitely want to go for a split push here. Castle is very strong, so you kind of want to stay hidden down here, so you can kind of see whoever is in castle, so you kind of know what angles they're holding. Keep in mind they can see you too, so playing with this drawbridge down is really good, especially when you can get Mop back here and holding a nice long angle onto this green door. So if they end up picking that door or don't throw a smoke over castle to cover it, the guy who kicks that door most likely will die, be a sacrificial lamb. Ooh, I like a little bit of the move on the wall charge. It is a little bit of ways to go, so if they do have somebody playing this upper jungle ruins, they might take some damage. But the wall charge in the castle here is not too bad. It kind of gets you right by, but keep in mind that people are going to be ratting castle, so you really got to have well placed, more than I think 1 flash going here for castle, and also you got to watch the drawbridge swing as well onto that castle. So I don't know. So we'll see
Yes.
if they're able to get lights here.
Yeah, it seems like they want to really circumvent going through that castle door, and you can really tell why, because you mentioned that these angles onto that door are just so long and so great. And when you have a mob player still, as well as a saber on a defense, it could be quite devastating trying to go through that green door in castle, as well as holding those long angles. But yeah, attackers, they've taken beach, 4 on beach already. Hero still gets it, still outside, but now he's in. And Hanabi and Steezy, they're just trying to look for a pick here. Steezy going for aggressive peek. Hanabi whiff across on the Rowby, unable to get him though, but Steezy put down the low HP. Attackers still making their way, flashes for back base, but there's no one there. Molly comes out pit, no flash used for that Molly, however. A little bit early on that Molly. But Castle has been evacuated, it seems. Even if Eclipse are able to get this pit, they will not get a kill into Castle. As Hanabi, the lone survivor in pit, trying to put damage onto these Eclipse players as they make their way in. Flash goes out, unable to get anyone. 2 flashes down now, and there's only 1 flash remaining on Dylan as another just pops in Castle. But now, Digital's still holding down that Castle, and then mob player Bubif from the top ruin side, able to get a pick onto Hero, and Rowby, Dylan trying to get through. Digital going for a peek on a green door, and we saw why that's not a great idea. Digital gets taken down. Saber going crazy. but Dylan able to take down Steezy. Now a 3v4 situation, wasted potential with the advantage. Molly comes down on top ruins. And another pick from Luno onto Ralby in the castle. Now it's just Dylan and Drazi. Dylan able to get the trade onto Luno. What can they make work as Dylan goes to the barb, gets taken out by the mob player Bubif on top ruins, but does Drazi know about Hanabi as he takes down Bubif? But Hanabi takes down Drazi, and that's the end of the round. 2-1 in the favor of Wasted Potential.
That was really well played by Hanabi, really putting a lot of pressure in the pit, slowed down the attackers. They were crawling through that barbed wire, and they were stuck here for at least 30 seconds in pit. I forgot that the attackers went lights for the first round, so they basically forced themselves for pit for kind of like no reason and get lights. And if they didn't get light, and I think if you don't get lights there, then why not just blow bottom jungle, right? You just throw like
Yeah.
one or two smokes, you throw a bunch of flashes, and you have pretty much bomb control right away. Yes, you do have to worry about the saber and the mop, but you just hit that drawbridge and you go pressure that, and you have one guy with a black tar just watch the upper jungle, you know, the upper jungle ruins. But look, a little bit of a misplay on Eclipse. I think they were trying to throw wasted potential off, but wasted potential. I don't even think they saw the red door coming from jungle, so they pretty much read the Eclipse's plan to just 5-stack beach and try to blow into castle. Um, they blew into castle, right? But I don't think they had any presence in castle. They kind of just continued to push through pit, you know.
Hmm.
I think really wasted potential did a really good job there, just slowing down the attackers and giving them not much time to use their economy and try to get those picks and abuse their HP.
Yeah, I think Wasted
So.
Potential, they do the strategy run and pick, or hit and run. I think you mentioned this earlier. And that's always a good strategy because you're forcing the attackers to use utility to cover area they don't know if it's guarded or not.
Yep.
But yeah, now we're on this factory. Odin Bear. What do you think is going to be different this time around as the teams have swapped sides now?
Uh, so I don't really think we're going to see much of a difference. I do think I mean, I do think Eclipse will probably get another round or two on the board, but I still think we're going to see wasted potential in the lead here. Um, looks like wasted potential is calling for that green push, and they're just going to go top green. I think they're going to save lights for the last round. For the last for that dome, I think they're going to save lights here. I don't think they'll be taking lights again. And I think we're just going to see a green push, and with no lights out here, I do think they're going to be I think Eclipse is going to be able to take it, especially with Digi with Mop here. You really just have basically these two doors and then this upper area to worry about, you know? So, new AFK in the truck. Oh, here comes New.
Oh, let's go, Powerhouse. Attackers, all five attackers seem to be equaling this one. Unlike the Eclipse round where they push servers, these attackers are going to take it straight green, see what they can get out of this. As Dylan gets chunked down to 50% HP by Luno. I think it was a doorbang as well. But a similar setup here on the defense, as Hero will be playing that same spot Hanabi was on defense. But this time, attackers will be already through that area. And Hanabi able to win a fight against a sniper. Luno able to take down Ralby as well. Now a 5v3 situation. Hanabi 1 HP though, as his teammates are swapping in for him as they're taking the damage now. Bubik goes to take the fight on Drad. Luno able to get a trade on to Drazi as Bubik is taken up by Drazi. Now Steezy and Newt able to get a crossfire onto Hero. Now it's just a 1v4 situation. Dylan able to get Hanabi 1v3 now. Playing the bomb, able to get Luno, but Steezy takes down Dylan as he is trying to clutch his way back up. Wow.
All I have to say right now is if you want to see a perfect example of teamwork, that this was the round to look. Yeah, you had Luno covering the door up here as his teammates are coming up, are swinging this wide and taking down the defenders holding office. And the one thing I'll say for Eclipse is you don't want to be holding a solid angle, especially when there's this game that there's PQ's advantage. The only person that really should be holding a solid angle is the mop, so that way you get that first headshot and then run away, But everybody else that's holding a solid angle, you kind of want to be hidden, and then you want to use communication, like Roby will say, "Oh, he's in the barb." Then Roby and Drazzy will pop out, and they will both just start shooting, But that was just great communication back saying on Luno, who had that door, and he was up there covering his teammates from a bird's eye view perspective or a high ground perspective, and really just looking into all that open ground and covering for the rest of his team. Just pushing in, and then they just were able to get in there and just win all the gunfights.
Yeah,
So
that was interesting. That was an interesting round. Eclipse, I think they're really struggling to try and like hold those choke points, and they're just peeking past their barbs, not onto their barbs. And I think that's similar to what you're getting at. Um, you said that you call them solid angles. I would call uh probably just not holding the right angles.
or
But
yeah, or wide peaking. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
but now we're on Kill House, Asgard Rising, and Wasted Potential. This is the only round they lost on defense, and now they're attacking. And I'm interested to see how they take this round.
It looks like they're gonna be doing that door charge up here, and I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't split a green here. The checkpoint, I do like this, especially because you can get some wall bangs at the club. And if there's anybody playing back here, you can wall bang from green. Um, but I think for Eclipse here, I think this will be their round. Especially if Waste Potential goes that red door down there. I think this will be the Eclipse's round right here because there's no need for them to over peak anything. Like on a factory. A factory, you go, oh, I gotta hold this angle, But especially on Kill House, you kind of want to play more of a rat, and that's how you want to play as a defender. Like you saw when Wasted Potential was
Mhm.
banning those rounds. They were defending and then they would back off. This was the only round they didn't do that, but you know, it looks like we're gonna see a lot of pressure here from Eclipse onto green. And if they do go for that door charge, Roby's going to be in the position to kind of swing with that auto shot. And we'll see if he, has a major effect there with that.
Yeah, very aggressive green hold here for Eclipse, and they really want to spice up the meta here that Wasted Potential was doing on defense. But now Blows goes out for the attackers as not an instant rush after door charge as we usually see in casuals. But Flash goes out and backstage. Ralby with the auto shotgun prepped for this run out. This is going to be crazy, it seems. But Bubif, solo player going in. Ralby takes down Bubif. Luno and Newt now in green hair. Dylan gets taken out by Luno. Luno making his way through. Sees able to pick off the rotate off of Ralby. Auto shotgun down. Now a 4v3 situation for Wasted Potential. And as they have control of this green, they haven't lost. They've gotten more picks than they've gotten losses. So we'll see what they're able to work. And Kitchen now for free, unlike that last round where Kitchen was not free at all. New and CC will be posted up here in Kitchen as they try to work a pick, but that Knack wallbang going crazy on the Steezy. Steezy now 1 HP. Hanabi's making his way through breakouts, able to take down Digital Doctor in a 1v1. Legros will not help you in that situation, but now a 2v4. Waste potential. Trying to find the extra utility for them to win this round. They're trying to make sure they have everything to accommodate. But Drazi and Hero, both Knack players, left alone in the bomb site here. A lot of nooks and crannies here, and we'll see if the attackers are able to clear those as well as avoid that damage. Hit goes out, Flash goes out, and now they're both in his crannies and Newt. Drazi gets taken down by Newt. Hero goes for a trade on the Steezy, but it gets taken down, but is able to get down Steezy actually. As Luno finishes that kill. And now 4-1 for Wasted Potential.
That's a tough round there, especially for Digi and Roby and Dylan. They all kind of got, you know, I wouldn't say picked off, but they all got isolated and picked off. That was a really good job by Waste Potential isolating. But right here in the office, I think Drezzy had a molly, and they only had one flash left. If Drezzy just threw that molly, he probably would have been able to kill not Newt, Steezy, because Steezy was 1 HP, and then he would have stopped that push, and that would have gave CVC and them some more, another 8 seconds of time on the clock, And Drazzy, I think, made a misplay with that Knack. He swung wide when he could have wallbanged straight into that door, you know? That green door that they would be coming through. I think that's a little bit of a misplay. Um, and then that would allow CBC, I believe, was the other one on the wide side of that point, going off to the right. That would allowed him to swing as they're all focused more on the wall bang, and that would have gave them more of a chance to win that round. But it was really a close round by both teams, even though it came down to a 4v2 like that. So
Yeah, well, I didn't realize Drazi had a Molly. That could have been really, really significant in that round for Eclipse if that Molly had gone down into that doorway. Probably would have cut off some people, make it a little easier in Knack 1v1s. But yeah, now we're on Dome here, and Don Caesar last round of the half, and Wasted Potential are leading quite a lot. And Eclipse needs to win this round just so they can keep themselves in the game. Looks like a
Yeah, I
very
think
different
you're right.
plan forming here. What do you think?
I think we're seeing that the red door below for Pitt because as I stated earlier, I believe they saved MVG for this specific round. So I think we'll be seeing this. But the one thing I will say is I don't know why teams just don't go beach, right? And then just wall here for like um yes. I mean these windows do have an effect to play, but if you have I believe they still have Saber, right? No, they have Saber and Mob. You just anybody who sees these windows they're gonna die. So yeah. But anyways, split push here would still not be too bad. You send 3 pit, you have those two guys with mops and sabers watch you, or you could split. One maybe a black tar here, one like the sniper, and then the other sniper could go here and watch that long angle looking down here because somebody might be playing this green door and be putting bullets down on that red door. So looks like we're gonna see Roby. We're gonna see a lot of presence really playing for these lights by Eclipse. So I think we're gonna see a lot of death coming right away on both teams. So
Yeah, it seems like Wasted Potential. They want to hit that lights and then make it, and then go through those jungle doors, and that's gonna be interesting because it's gonna be pitch black in there. It's a huge area, not really any lights except for onto that red door, I think. And I think the charge actually blows up that lights, but I'm not entirely sure. But for
oh, they're gonna double blow by mistake. I didn't see that.
oh, I think charge goes out for the jungle, and Hanabi instantly goes out, gets a pick onto Hero, but gets taken out by Drazi. He's a little bit ambitious there, it seems like, as two mollies come out for the defending team, as they all four of them are trained onto this jungle blow. They're not really expecting this pit blow, and that will be an easy life take. Is this all part of Wasted Potential's plan? But Dylan goes onto the window now as the door comes out, takes out Steezy. Luno tries to take a fight with Digital, but on the other side, we saw Bubif able to take down Drazi on the top angle. But now a 3v3 situation, the attackers are pretty spread out, as well as the defenders. Dylan still holding that window. Luno doesn't really see it, and he gets taken out by Dylan. Now it's a 2v3. Newt was going to help, but now he's like, nope. Luno's dead. Now I should probably just help Bubif here. As Newt just goes straight in without a care, and Flash goes out and doesn't really hit anyone, though. Newt goes up to the ruins. I'm not sure why we do that, but Bubif has to go in as he's the last one remaining, but he has a mop, and he's unable to get a pick there
Uh,
as Clip's taken.
yeah. All I have to say is the plan. I don't know why you're going in without your teammate. You didn't flash. I mean, yes, you did get a kill, but most teams, are gonna be watching that door and having mollies prepped. So. And that late blow for Pitt wasn't a bad idea, but they just didn't. They took too long. You got to just W key for lights as one person covers, and Luna was covering, but he was looking the wrong way. He wasn't. He was looking at that green door, but and then they didn't. They didn't inspect that castle window.
I think they just
But
needed a flash. I feel like you
yeah,
just
that
flash
too.
over the castle
Use
and
your
you just get
economy.
lights.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that I agree. Use your economy. Don't be better to use a flash than die with one on. So
Yep.
not even that, just a smoke. I think a smoke or two would have been useful there, especially in the jungle side, like I said earlier, when the sides were swapped. But I think that comes down to more of a more to planning, more in a planning phase than the actual gameplay phase. What happened there? And Eclipse really positioned themselves really well there, holding strong castle, and then like you said, four people rotated down to hold that jungle.
Yeah, those
Or well,
angles could be quite deadly.
yeah, you saw Nuke got crossfire. The heck, so
But yeah, we're
so yeah.
now in the C store, iStar, and I think this map was very controversial in DPO at least, specifically about this bomb placement. What do you think about that?
Um, I've played on this map, but I mean, when you say the bomb placement, it's just the conteller can really just shoot the guy that tries to defuse the bomb unless he hides here, or just a storefront bomb. Is that what you mean by
Um,
that?
I think people were complaining about that the bomb made it too easy for attackers to just get behind it and
Uh,
just defuse. Because the shelving really prevents movement around the bomb. So it's sort of like bomb 1.0, but like really favored for the attacker side.
Alright. I see what you're saying, but I'm really surprised to see them not use a wall charge here and actually free this. I think this kind of a little bit of a misplay actually freeing on this map when you have such a good wall charge and you can just stick Saber to watch all these angles, right? And you just 5-stack that and you get bomb control. Yes, Dylan could be enacting that bathroom, but you know, you can just hide and have your Saber cover you. But here we go. They're coming all green. So
5-man green here as no pressure from the defending team. They're all in the storefront. They were kind of expecting a wall charge, I think, but Molly goes out and lands right on top of Luna, but Luna doesn't really take that much damage. Seems like he took like 20, but Ralby gets caught on the rotate by Bubiv. Excellent positioning by Bubiv there, but defenders still preparing to hold from this Teller and shelving side as Hanabi goes in. Still has a flash on him. Hasn't used it yet, though. Attackers all crowded in his fridge. I'm afraid they're going to TK each other. They're so close. But it's still a 5v4 situation in favor of Wasted Potential. Wasted Potential taking their time. They flash right onto Hero. Hero won't die though because his teammates are covering him as Hanabi and Bubik get taken out on the initial push. No more flashes for Wasted Potential as Luno has only a smoke and he's trying to get a pick here as he tries a peek, but he's realizing this crossfire is deadly as Steezy able to get Hero as he peeks his head up, but now they have one less angle to cover in a 3v3 situation. Now a 1v3 now as Steezy and Luno get taken out and as Newt was watching the flank. Now it's just Newt in a 1v3. And will he be able to make it work as Drazi and Dylan are 1 HP, but he is also very low.
I'm just gonna save that AK the next round. I agree with his call. You know, it's a 1v3. You don't really know their health. You have an AK, really a valued weapon. You guys ecoed that round, and I think you did quite a little bit of damage to the defender's economy, causing them to waste, quite a few mollies. I think they wasted 3, maybe. There was one on arcade, and there was one in fridges. So I think it was 2. The one thing I'll say about for wasted potential here is, Luno has that smoke, right? All your shots are coming from over here in storefront. Why not throw that smoke here, right? And that way it'll obscure the defender vision. It force them to rotate into tower or rotate into bathroom, or they'll have to rat in that smoke, and that gives you a chance to come on in. Yeah, and they'll be more likely blind firing in the smoke, and you can shoot right back at them. You can shoot their tracers. So more like it baits their shots and allows you to get in. That's in a rare occasion where a smoke will come in handy, but this is all hindsight. That kind of just comes down to experience and having big brain. So yeah, but that was they used their last flash really well and flashing out CBC, who is praying for his life. Behind there, and his teammates, that's a lot of trust in your teammates to save you like that. So
Yeah, I'm sure he saw the sun there. But yeah, I think Wasted Potential a little bit ambitious there, trying to eco that C-store. Not typically an eco map, especially on the first round.
yeah,
But now we're on bank. Haven't seen a bank this game yet, and it's a noon sell.
noon cell. I have
I,
seen this bank before.
Pretty famous bank.
Yeah. Yeah, you basically, you just blow lobby, you get control of lobby, you have control of button, and then the only thing that matters is the security doors, right? And since they ecoed last round, it's like they almost knew the map's layout. So thank God they ecoed last round. Now they can just door charge into security and rush for vault. They do have a frag grenade here, but I do believe if there's a barb anywhere here, they've door charged this. You don't really need that frag grenade unless if they late barb it. Because that door charge will get that barbed wire there. So you kind of just throw some flashes as soon as this door charge goes out, right? And that way, if anybody goes for that Flogel barb, late barb, they'll be pretty much full white, and they may even get spun, so the barb will be completely useless to a degree. So, 4 barbed wires coming out for Eclipse here. Don't really think this is a 4 barbed wire map. I don't really think you need to consider manager as an option because if you go manager here, you get
You can't
nothing.
get button. Yeah, no
You get
button.
you don't get anything. It's like a kind of a waste of a blow. You might as well just go green at that point. You know, that way you actually have a chance of getting into hallway and teller control. That way you can actually get control of Avi. Manager, you just oh look, there might be people
Yeah,
counting. Oh, we can kill them or try to at least.
that red door is so bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, round starting as we see Wasted Potential head to the only red door that's valuable here. Um,
Ooh, Luno
but it seems
intense
like
a charge. What? Oh, he's
oh
coming back.
oh he forgot skull emoji ×7. But anyways, defenders. They're holding this lobby pretty hard as Ralby will be playing that. Hero playing a super long angle through the window, but gets taken out by Boobif. And very quiet as that Molly fades out.
Beating Saber is never a good idea.
Yeah. Flashes come out. Ralby gets blinded. I think Jirazi is also concussed from another flash. Hanabi make his way to the bar. Kind of unfortunate though, but he still wins the battle against Ralby. New gets taken out by Digital down the hall. Now a 2v4 situation. Both defenders in accounting here. They want to try and make sure they try and hold the security as long as possible.
I'll get Dylan.
Dylan, he makes his way
Oh,
in the vault. Just the charge goes out and kills Hanabi.
they
I'm
could have
pretty
got
sure.
Dylan with that door charge. That it's so unfortunate.
I'm pretty sure it blows sideways though. I don't think it goes forward.
That's why he
Yeah.
died.
But Dylan still involved as the attackers are trying to make their way through the security door, but at least they're having some doubts after that TK. Now a 2v3 situation. Dylan still preking aggressively and gets taken out by Steezy. Luno pushes in after that pick and able to take down Digital Doctor. And Wasted Potential continue their lead.
It's an Eclipse round
5-3.
right there. That was an Eclipse round. Eclipse could have had that. They had attackers had no flashbangs left. Newt, I don't know why Newt pushed his hallway. If he was gonna hold this flank, that's a great idea. But he swung into somebody who could have been playing behind his loans desk. But he was more in an open position in hallway. Unfortunately, CBC got picked off right away, seeing that seeing that Saber and Jazzy got flashed, got flashed. But right here, it came down to this. I think this is very winnable. Dylan only has to really play back a vault. Dylan just plays, kind of here-ish for the wall bangs through green door.
Yeah.
All Dylan has to say is, "They're pushing me now," and then Dylan, all he has to do is try to hold them off a little bit. Digi goes for the wall bangs, reloads, and then he swings behind and tries to take out tries to flank them at the last moment. And I think that would have been a lot. I think that would have gave Eclipse the round right there, especially not with Dylan having a knack. He could easily take on two of them and still probably win the gunfight. With them not having any flashes left. So yeah,
Yeah,
and
that was a decisive round for Wasted Potential.
yeah, Wasted Potential really was able to close it out and use their bodies and their comms. It seems to really just say, I'm gonna hold this door. You two guys rush vault, and it worked perfectly for them. You know.
Yeah, and
So
they use their 2 charges there, so keep in mind they have only a wall charge for Factor here, and this could
that's
be
really good.
interesting.
It's really good to save your wall charge for the last one, especially you don't know the tile set here. So
But it's kind of also easy for defenders to know if you only have a wall charge left, you're probably going to be using it on a dock. But
either a dock or a red door,
yeah,
because you can always use it, as a door charge. You don't have to blow if it's a bad dock. You don't have to blow the dock. I do. The only thing I like is if you split green here. Blowing this red door is kind of bad because you kind of, you're stuck in a big choke point, and you kind of really are relying on like maybe a good smoke is the only thing that will save you coming from the boiler window. And then again, you have that green door to look out for. So there's kind of like a couple angles that you have to watch for boiler, and somebody could rat here and swing on you, especially with this obvious barb that's going to be there. I feel like you're risking a lot more than blowing this dock. When you blow this dock, you kind of, yes, you can kind of get in, and you kind of just watch your teammates long angle as they come in through server farm. Right, I think that's kind of the play here. But we're seeing Roby with an auto
oh,
ratting there. See if he might be able to really do a lot of damage to Waste Potential. Looks like it's going to be a 3-2 split, and this is going to be the strong push. But Roby's playing, so let's see if Roby's going to have a big impact on this round.
I mean, we saw the previous rounds. Roby was just getting picked off the rotate constantly, and I'm interested to see if that will still be the case here.
Well, the case here, I will say, if they blow that door, Roby doesn't have to rotate. He's playing to death, so
True.
he's going for all those kills. And it looks like they're not even going to blow that door.
Yeah.
They're going to just blow Doc. Okay.
3 attackers pushing the boiler here as Mop Shot goes out and it hits Hanabi. Hanabi now 1 HP as Digital Doctor reloading. Maybe to get another PK here as the attackers are still stalling, getting that barb down with a nade. And another Mop Shot goes out and now Luno's down 1 HP. Basically a very bad start for Wasted Potential here as 2 players are now very MIA with their health. But now Bubif moving up with the Saber with Newt, and they have server farm control. Will they be able to make
Oh,
use of it as Steezy and Hanabi go down by a Jirazi spray down, as well as Hero able to get a kill onto Newt. But Bubif able to get a Saber kill onto Dylan, and now 1v4 as Bubif gets taken out by Ralby, the auto shotgun player. He used that smoke to get up, and now Luno takes down Hero, just trying to get as many picks as he can right now. He hits the lights, and now 1v3 situation.
15 HP, 1v3, them all full
Last
of health.
round.
I don't see him clutching this, but if he does, that's a clip.
Imagine, bro. Imagine.
Yeah,
He's
seems
still
really
walking
good.
around looking for util, it seems. Or trying to look for some kind of pick.
Oh, look at,
He
and
does
they're
have
all holding
darkness.
those angles. You can see this.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Still making his way around.
And
They
with
can
him
hear
running,
him too.
yeah, Roby's giving that call up right now.
He
They're
gets
gonna
taken
get
out by Drazi. I don't even think he kicked the door yet. He just wallbanged him.
I think their problem here was blowing this red door. And why split green? Might as well just 5-stack this red door if that's what you're going for. If you're going for lights, just 5-stack this red door. You know, like you said, like that mop, bro. That mop had two like basically kills. You know, gave Drazi like 2 bullets and he killed both those guys. You know,
Yep.
so I think if you're gonna blow that red door, you might as well just 5-stack it and have that smoke, like I was saying, and just try to pour out of there and expect at least one or two of your guys gonna die. But A, you get lights. So if you and a factory like that with lights off, it's a big advantage. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so. But yeah, I would like to point out Roby had a smoke on him, and he used that smoke to get on to Saber, which was Bubith, and he was able to take out Bubith and server farm, which was pretty huge for them taking that Saber off the table. So yeah, and now we're gonna see that tile swap, and we're back on Operation Ice Star, and we're gonna see the wall charge that should have been done by Wasted Potential. And just like that, Eclipse has crawled their way back. Now it's a 4v5. The score
Four
is
to
4
five.
5, 4 to 5. So it's, once again, pretty close game here. Will we see a tie? Will we see? Because it's pretty close
Mm.
to that. Who knows?
My
Um,
bet's on wasted potential. You saw how crazy they went on that first defender split. They were going crazy with the crosses, as well as going for the mollies, super smart mollies and stuff
that's
like
right.
that, bro.
But I will say, Eclipse is a team with more experience, and so maybe it took them a little bit to wake up and realize that what Wasted Potential is doing. And now you've seen they weren't being so ego peeking or wide peeking like things like they were earlier on. They're playing a lot more conservative, which is what you want to do in this case. And seeing the 3-2 here, really hope the Saber goes down to storefront. I really hope that these guys that blow the storefront don't rush in, and their whole job is just really to just cover their teammates that come in from storage. So we'll see how they play this out. Really dynamic barb right here for this freezer door. It's gonna really make those attackers struggle trying to get into freezer. But nobody's really gonna be watching that storefront. I don't think anybody's even having a molly prep for that storefront. So we'll see.
Yeah, I like his plan because it really will pinch that right side of storefront. And Hanabi probably not going to be very safe in the second here, as the attackers already make their way into storage. One flash used. And Digital with the Saber, ready to peek off this blow. Nade goes out for Freezer. That Barb is gone. Hanabi throws the Molly into Freezer, but he won't get caught off guard here as Digital misses 2 shots on the rotating Hanabi. Attackers still making their way through. Now they have Freezer. They're slowly getting this control. Dylan goes straight through, no flashes, and he gets takes out Hanabi unsuspectingly. And now attackers have this right side of storefront as the defenders are just holding this left side. And I think they have a plan for this. They want to wallbang to that bomb, it seems. But Steezy gets caught on the rotate out of 12 Teller. I'm not sure why he went out of the Teller in the first place. Luno gets a pick onto Drazi to flank. And now it's 3v4 situation. Attackers have control. Luno gets taken out by Digital. And Newt able to come out of that green door and trade onto Ralby. And Boova gets taken out by Hero from long range. Now just Newt, and he gets taken out by Hero, also from long range.
Like you were saying,
5-5.
should have went for that wall bang. Really would have stopped Dylan. I believe Dylan was the one that was defusing. I just feel like they really didn't see that plan coming for Wasted Potential. They weren't able to read it on the map, and they kind of set up for I don't know what they set up for there. Maybe for a freezer hole, but they didn't play those barbs, you know? They
I
all
think
kinda just
they're banking on the Hanabi solo, bro. I think they're putting a lot of chips on the Hanabi because Hanabi's always by himself and seems to be the front line most of the times.
yeah, yep. Uh, yeah,
Yeah,
he's been a nail in the side or, a thorn in the side for for Eclipse today, but I think Eclipse is now starting to adjust and understand how they're playing 'cause they don't scrim wasted potential, and these teams, I don't think they've played yet before, so think it threw Eclipse off quite a bit when they came in. I think a little bit of overconfidence was also hurting them in those starting rounds. But like I said, we're seeing them starting to understand wasted potential, and who knows? Maybe Eclipse is going to be able to close out these rounds in a 7-5 victory. It's really close right now. Go either way.
yeah, and we're on this bank now. Noon cell. Could be one of this is the map to determine a tie, at least a tie for one team, and
Right.
we'll see what happens.
They used that wall charge last route, right? So now they have two charges left. Are they going to double charge here? I don't think so because but then again, if they don't double charge you, that means they don't guarantee a tie, you know? So we'll see. That auto involve is going to be by Newt gang.
New game.
Let's go. But Newt's going to be in a very important position there with that auto swinging. He's going to be playing that barb. And either way, pretty much either way, either way he swings on that, it's going to be very serious for the defender, for the attackers to push on him. They're going to have to save. Attackers are really going to have to use their economy. Not scarcely, but wisely. They're really going to have to be smart with what they flashed. And
Yeah.
I'm only seeing two markers on the map with what needs to be smoked and flashed. And so hopefully they know that they need to save at least one or two flashes for vault, regardless of what's happening. So we'll
Yeah.
see. But we're going to see the correct blow on this map is the entrance. So that's correct.
Yeah, but attackers going for a different attack strategy than waste of attention. They're actually going to go through Green Ag and get those vents, and that will put Hanabi in a very pinchable position once again, as well as Steezy. Steezy going peeking the window of a Gruber takes two shots from the Saber, and puts him down to hatch. Steezy rotating out of there for fast, but Steezy gets picked off by Dylan
Oh,
and picks off Luno as well off the rotate, and now attackers have made it into the hall. Hanabi going for the flank, able to take down Drazi. Will he get Ralby? Not yet. As Ubif takes down Dylan on the off camera. And now Hanabi is getting pinched heavily as he tries to take this fight and unable to get any purchase there. As attackers now have control of lobby and the hallway. Newt stuck in vault as well as Boobif in accounting. Will they be able to make it work in this 2v3 situation? Attackers
it's
still have
still
two
winnable.
flashes.
It's still winnable, but they don't have any frags, so they're gonna have to
Yeah,
go
they have
W
to.
through these barbs.
Mhm.
Bubit does have a knack. You know, UCBC's coming through the back.
Oh, three
Ooh,
flashes now.
yeah. Nuke
They
gang with a
also.
molly.
Yeah, Newt with the molly. Will he be able to get it down in time though? That's a pretty far throw distance.
Definitely winnable for both teams here.
Attackers are making their way through the sliding doors. The Saber's going in first, interestingly enough. Moving opens the door, able to get down the Saber. Now it's a 2v2
Stuck
situation.
in the
Molly. Oh, double kill for
Damn!
Dude with the Molly.
We're stuck in the thing. What a Nuke gang moment. Let's
He didn't even need
go.
the auto shotgun. He doesn't even need the auto shotgun.
Let's
He's too
go.
good.
Yeah, Steezy really messed up Luno there, and they were both getting picked off. But Hanabi was able to trade out both of them from the bottom of hallway. What a call out, and what a way, what a smart way to recognize that you could capitalize from a teammate's mistake. And he really set the scores even there. And unfortunately, did get pinched, but his teammates were able to close it out with that molly by Nuke Gang
Too
and
good.
Bubith with the knack, just wall banging the saber down. And Eclipse right there. I don't know why they didn't use their economy. You have three flashes. You flash close, you flash long, and you just rush right. Even and yes, that molly went down, but you have no choice but to push in the vault because as you saw there, they die in the so.
I still find it interesting they would let the Saber go in first.
Oh, they're asking for a pause.
Oh,
Somebody's game has crashed.
alright, I will pause.
All right, official pause time by staff member Calzo at 2:50. p.m. Eastern time. But yeah, I agree with the saber going in. I think that was a little of a misplay. If anything, you have the saber, right? He watches your flank. He doesn't try to peek all, right? And if anything,
Yeah,
you send somebody in there, right, to play the barb and bait the barb, and then this is kind of
yeah.
more of an upper league play, right? You bait the barb, and then you try to, and then the
Bait
saber,
the molly.
yeah, you bait the volley, and that guy with the saber, right? The knack, I guarantee you, goes for the wall bang every time. So it's a guy with the saber. He can be in that what's it called, the security door. He hides in the security door so he can't take any damage, and then he just pops out and puts two bullets into Booba's head, and then Booba's is down. I'm really surprised Eclipse wasn't able to close that round out with how many flashes they had left. Yes, they were running through Barb, but it's the more experienced team. These guys scrim continuously. I think this is just not a good day for Eclipse today. But let's see if they're able to, let's close it out. And right now for Eclipse, what you're looking for is you gotta say we gotta close this out and we gotta get the tie. We cannot lose this game, wasted potential. You know, um, which I'm also surprised because last season they were an upper league team, and yes, they have had some roster changes, but some of those players are still present, like Digi and Roby and Dylan also coming from GB, and I believe CBC was on Cats. No, yeah, Frogs, but he did end up playing for Rise kind of at the end. Jazzy's really the only person that's new on this lineup this season. Uh,
Yeah, he
that
used
has
no, he used to be on the base department as well as some other teams.
oh yeah, that's my mistake. I was gonna yeah, these guys all have a lot of experience in the past DPL, and I figured they'd all have um they'd all have enough playtime together with how much they've played together in the last few weeks and the lower league and also scrimming. I'm surprised that they're struggling against wasted potential. I don't know, but I guess like I was saying earlier, wasted potential is their comms and yes, they may lack a little bit of game knowledge like we saw in the earlier weeks of lower league. But I think now that they've been playing more and they've all been building up their matches, now all of them pretty much have over 20 matches now, especially with Nuke Gang and Luno. But Steezy and Hanabi and Bubith are all over 20 matches, and I think now they're starting to get a hang of due process and doing the do. And we're seeing that, and that's what we're seeing right now. Now
Yeah.
it's currently the score currently 6-5, and they're set up to win this.
I mean,
Yeah,
You got Luno, captain of the team, bro. He's a great person.
right.
I have full faith in his ability to lead these guys, and even if they're new players, they definitely have skill. But
Yeah.
round is starting now as the attackers make their way out of the truck, and they seem like they want to go for the dock or the dock red door. I guess you can call that a dock red door, but it's a little bit far from dock, but it's still around that area. As Hanabi will be playing that position where Ralby was with the auto shotgun. This time he's going to play a very aggressive angle, and Digital gets. It looked like he took a lot of damage, but he did not take any damage there from Hanabi. But he took one shot. It seems like in the arm. But attackers have Dylan, Ralby, and Drazi have taken server farm here, as defenders are now looking to that top pipe entrance, and now defenders need to be careful of getting pinched here, especially Hanabi. If they push out to that green as well as pushing through that red door, he could be in a very tight position. Molly goes out, but seems to hit a corner as it does not go through. CZ gets taken out by the long eagle from Digital Doctor on the red door, and now Hanabi, the sole front line, he's full blind. He might think he just got blinded again, and at the end, and he gets taken out by Dylan as they start pushing up, and they're already on that bomb, and now Luno have to make an action there. If Molly goes out, doesn't really catch him off guard. Nuke gets taken down by Ralby. Luno going for shots here as the fuse goes off. Pistols Ralby
Oh,
takes down Ralby, and then Bubik gets taken out by
wow.
Digital, and Drazi picks up the last kill on the Luno, and that makes it a tie, folks. 6-6.
What a close round
Burger.
there. The only thing I can say is, Mop, you need to be watching Doc. You know, they're not going to come from top because they blow the bottom red door. And yes, they went green, but they're going to be funneling out of server farm,
Yeah.
especially when they frag that barb. Can't be looking up here. You got to be watching down here and putting all your mop damage in this dock area, especially when your teammates are getting flashbanged from the dock side. But that was that was a very close round for both teams. Very good game. The bet went back and forth pretty much the whole game. And back what you were saying on Luna, I was gonna say, yeah, he came from GB, and he learned some IGL from you. So learning from one of the best in the game about that. Look at you. I mean, look at him go. You know, he really was able to lead Wasted Potential today and really compete with Eclipse. So I think if you give it a more time, give it some more time, maybe in the playoffs, those two teams will face each other again, and I think the result won't be a tie. I think one team will be more dominant, and then and we'll see. So best of luck both teams, and I
Yeah.
think there may be what 1 or 2 more weeks of lower league.
I think it's something like that.
Yeah.
Uh, I can check real quick. But
Well,
yeah,
let's look at the stats real quick. Dylan with 1,600 damage. Wow, 2 and 3 on opening duels. Wow, a lot of the Clips players all had 1,000. Roby getting close to 800. Bubith with 1,700 damage. Pretty good with with that mop. You know, just putting in the work. Hanabi with 1,400. And then Luno with 1,200. They all did, and New Gang too, 1,200. Steezy with 246. That's a little unfortunate, but rest of the wasted potential players really had standout games. So,
yeah, and I just looked it up. This is actually the last week, so this is the
oh,
matches that are being played right now are going to be final.
any tiebreakers? We'll see.
Uh, I don't know, but we'll be going to a break here. Thanks for watching. That was an epic game. Definitely a lot closer than I expected, and I didn't certainly did not expect it to be a tie either. Um, but yeah, any final words?
Nope, that's all. I'll see you guys later. I will not be back after this. This is my only game I'll be casting today, so I'll see you guys later, later week. And it was fun casting with you today, Kazo, and thank you, Roach, for production. So yeah,
Yeah, nice casting you as well. Can we get a bye Surfront in chat, boys?
bye bye.
Um, all right. We'll see y'all later in a couple minutes as we decide what game to stream next.
All right, bye bye.